Hello, I'm Luciano Lilloy. I'm the co-portfolio manager of the Impax US Environmental Leader Strategy. At Impax, we are a specialist investor. We invest globally across listed equity, fixed income, and private markets. We have been investing for more than 25 years, and we have our approach which focuses on investing opportunities arising from the transition to a more sustainable economy. The Impax US Environmental Leader Strategy, we aim to achieve sustainable and above-market returns. We invest in long-only US-listed companies that are providing solutions to the environmental challenges that the society is facing. We have a universe of more than 500 companies, and then within them, we follow a bottom-up approach where we select the best of them and we put in the portfolio, which is between 20 and 40 at any given moment. We also have a very broad team of more than 80 members across our different offices in London, the US, Ireland, Hong Kong, and Japan. Finally, we also have the support of the Sustainability Center that help us with the ESG analysis of our companies and also with the engagement with them. At Impax, we use an investment process that ultimately helps us identify opportunities on those companies that benefit from the transition to a more sustainable economy. A key part of that process is using our own investment tools. For example, we assess the revenues of the companies and we try to understand when those companies derive at least 20% of their revenues coming from what we call the environmental market taxonomy. This environmental market taxonomy is designed in-house and it covers 6 key buckets. That includes the energy efficiency, clean and efficient transport, sustainable food, water, circular economy, and smart environment. The key aspect is once a company joins the universe, we then can put it through our investment process, which is a process that is repeatable and where we assess how this company is going to fit in the portfolio. A key part to understand is that we also do our ESG analysis, which is using our own tools, but also having access to third-party data. In order to do that, we get a lot of support from the Sustainability Center here at Impax. The current macro drivers support a cleaner, more efficient, and a lower carbon economy. We have a huge and expanding investing universe. We also have the support from the US infrastructure that is happening in the US, and finally, US policies which are creating specific tailwinds for our sectors. Impact metrics are part of what we call the beyond financial returns. We look at how the companies where we invest, what impact do they have in the environment, in society. So for example, what are the emissions? What is scope 1, what is scope 2, and what is scope 3 of the companies that we are investing? Once we understand that, we only have half of the picture. We also need to understand what is the CO2 saving created by the product or services of these companies. And therefore we can understand the net impact that the companies have, and therefore we can engage with them. Can you reduce your emission? Can you increase the savings created by your products? Stewardship is a key part of the process, and we benefit from having people based in the US so we can engage with our companies and start to have that conversation with management of the companies where we invest. In conclusion, we continue to see arising opportunities on the region in the US, on those companies that provide solutions to the environmental challenges. At Impax, we are one of the most established and longest companies that have been investing in the transition to a more sustainable economy. And we will continue to invest our clients' capital on those companies that we think will benefit from that transition to a more sustainable economic model.